So a really important part of Haiya's day is mental enrichment. So Haiya is quite a young dog still. She's in her teenager phase and she needs a lot of stimulation, especially things to lick and chew and bite. She needs to have an opportunity every day to really work for her food. That's really calming for her. So quite often after we go for a walk, we'll send her to her crate for a little bit. I'll give her something special for her to interact with. And I'm just going to show you some examples of things that I rotate through for her. So I use a rotating system because novelty keeps the dog's interest. So if you have a bunch of toys at home, put them away in your closet and just bring one out a day and rotate them. That way you're going to get a lot more value for your toys. And the dog is going to connect that you are in charge of the toys and they get to play with them when they behave properly. So the first thing that she really likes is she really likes squeaky, stuffy toys. So I quite often will give her a squeaky, stuffy toy and she'll be really cute and run around the house and squeak it, and it's just kind of a cute thing. You can see she really loves this toy, but I'm having her hold and sit while I touch these toys, which is difficult. Stay. The next thing I like to do is I like to use her Benny Bone a lot. Now, Haiya loves this Benny Bone. This is a fantastic, on your mat. This is a fantastic toy for her. The odd time, if I'm feeling really generous, I'll take a little tiny bit of peanut butter and I'll spread it on the cracks of this bone, and then I'll reinvigorate her interest in the bone. So a really good cheap way to keep her entertainment. Put a little bit of peanut butter on her Benny Bone, give it to her once in a while. This is a great thing for her teeth. The next thing I like to use with her quite a bit was one of these licky mats. Now these are a silicone textured mat that you put a soft treat on and you freeze it, and then the dog has to spend quite a bit of time licking it. So you can see that she loves this mat. Common things that I spread on it: a little bit of plain yogurt, some mashed up banana, a little bit of pumpkin, an egg. Put it on, freeze it, give it to her. Really good value of these. These are about $12. The next thing I like to use is just a kibble puzzle toy. So if I don't have time to train Haiya for her full meal, I'll often just put her kibble in one of these. Sometimes I like to moisten the kibble with a little bit of water or broth and freeze it. This takes her about 15 or 20 minutes to get through if I freeze it. So really good value as well. You can double her kibble up as an enrichment toy using one of these things. Winners is a really good place to get these things. The next thing I like to do is I also like to give her an opportunity to use a toy. She really loves this one too, on your mat. Is use a toy that she can kind of bash around. So this is a silicone toy. It's called a shoop, and you can get them from most pet stores, but what I do is I just put a little bit of kibble or something tasty in it. You can also freeze it, and then I give it to her, and she likes to really have a good time bashing this around the house. Super interactive. If she's having kind of a higher energy day, I like to give her one of these to kind of let her get some of her yahoos out on the silicone toy. One of the last things is I also love using Kongs with her. So again, same principle. You put her plain kibble in, a little bit of broth over top, freeze it, and she will take longer to eat this. So we still want her working for her food, even if she's not training, because she really needs the mental stimulation. When I didn't give her enough mental stimulation during the day, that's when she would kind of go about the house and try different textures and see where she could find some fun. And so we always want to redirect her to a really good toy. Haiya loves carrots. So quite often at night, as her last bedtime snack, I will grab a frozen carrot out of the freezer, have her go into her crate, give her her frozen carrot. Vegetables are so good for dogs. She really likes bell peppers. She likes watermelon. She loves apples. So it's really good to incorporate some fresh food into her diet. And so I just use, I use the frozen carrot quite often. So that's a good tip for her. The other thing I like to do is I like to take her plain kibble and take some pieces of cut up hot dog. And I put it in a container and I microwave it for about 10 to 15 seconds. Let it cool for a little bit. That infuses the kibble with the scent of the hot dogs. And then you have a really high value reward, yes, that you can train with. And it's really cost effective. So often I'll infuse her kibble with a little bit of hot dog or something really smelly, just to give her a little bit more variety. She also really loves bully sticks. So I use these less often, maybe once or twice a week. She'll get a nice bully stick to chew on, and she really loves these as well. But if she goes back on her mat